Hey everybody, it's me, Ethan Van Sciver. This is Comic Artist Pro Secrets and amazing news. Amazing news. Donald Trump is going to be on CNN thanks to this man right here, David Zaslav, a personal hero of mine. I love David Zaslav. I'm so excited about Warner Brothers Discovery and everything that he's done since he became the CEO. And of course, CNN was part of that deal. When Warner Brothers and Discovery merged back in April, he got a hold of CNN. CNN, an absolutely embattled, pathetic network, diminished by its quest for ratings. It has become a joke, containing characters like Brian Stelter and Don Lemon and all these guys who just regularly embarrassed what used to be a network with some news integrity. And over time, I mean, CNN just became, thanks to President Donald Trump, known as the fake news network. Of course, every time Donald Trump showed up anywhere and CNN had cameras, the people in the audience would just shout fake news at CNN and other CNN journalists. Even during White House press conferences, Trump himself would point to CNN journalists and call them fake news. It was beginning to stick. The brand was so tarnished because CNN had become an advocacy network. Of course, CNN sued Trump back in 2018 after Jim Acosta's credentials were revoked following one more of his stupid press conference battles with Trump. He was an annoying nightmare. So this is this is very exciting. The fact that CNN recognizes that they have an obligation now to actually report the news fairly, and yet the resistance that David Zaslav is receiving just for having this conversation is unreal. I want to EFAP this. Do you mind if I EFAP this 3 minutes and 32 seconds worth of conversation between the great David Zaslav, a man who took over Warner Brothers and fired all of the diversity hires. They used to have job titles like Minister of Diversity and Czar of Inclusion, Vice President of Equity. I don't know. They really did have job titles like that. It was very silly. The entire purpose of which was just to maintain power over this enormous corporation using social justice, emotional blackmail tactics. This is definitely BlackRock installing their people everywhere. Of course, that's what's going on. It's despicable. David Zaslav came in, fired them all, and replaced them with his own friends, people that he knew, people that he trusted, people that he worked with. All of his executives are all people that he knows, and they're executives with a history of success. So that's very exciting. Anyway, this is big. Trump, CNN town hall, and everybody is losing their mind over it, except for me. I love this. Absolutely love David Zaslav. He hasn't done anything to disappoint me yet. And thank you for canceling Batgirl.
Because I want to talk about CNN and I want to talk about the cable news wars and what's happening. Former President Trump is going to be on CNN.
Yeah, he should be.
He should be.
Look, you've already gotten criticized.
I mean, it's just like what former President Trump is going to be on. He's going to be on CNN, acting like that's a big. What are you talking about? Of course, he should be on CNN. You should roll out, every single news network should roll out the red carpet for President Trump if he's willing to show up on the network. And the fact that Trump is willing to show up on CNN shows that he is a man of grace and mercy, forgiveness. I mean, it's great.
Remember what John Malone said, let's get some real journalists. Now you try to get some real journalists and you're getting hit from the left for getting rid of a couple.
Now, think about what you just said, because you're a leftist. You just said, so you try to get real journalists over at CNN after everybody tells you should get real journalists. You try to get real journalists over there to actually do the news. And now you're getting hit. Sir, you realize you said now you're getting hit from the left for actually doing journalism. What does that say about your belief system, you idiot? You realize that? Like what you just kind of confessed to accidentally?
Has the greatest journalists and the largest group of journalists in the world. In the Ukraine, Poland, and Russia, we have over 86 people on the ground. We're not reporting from a desk.
You could do it. This is what he's saying. We have real journalists. We have people on the ground everywhere. We're capable of reporting the news.
But what happened at some of your
US is a
competitors?
divided government.
Right.
We need to hear both voices. That's what you see. Republicans are on the air on
Right.
CNN. Democrats are on the air.
MSNBC.
All voices should be heard on.
I mean, it's as simple as that. This is like, I love this because it's like JFK Americanism via 1960, what he's saying right here. And these guys can't believe it. They're so cynical. These guys are so corrupt. They're so very much a part of the swamp that these guys are laughing and showing their sneers at him. They think this is an absurd idea that America could ever go back to being a two-party system where Americans got to hear both sides of the story on their news network and make up their mind for themselves. These guys can't believe that. They're like, yeah, but what about money? This is what they ask them. What about money? Can you make money doing that?
David, suddenly MSNBC is a real force to be reckoned with some of the problems that Fox has had. Is CNN going to fill a vacuum?
There are a number of advocacy networks out there.
Boom! I love it. They're all advocacy networks, he says. They're all advocacy networks. He's like, we want to do the news. Yeah, sure. There are lots of places that do either news with a leftist slant. It's all opinion. And there are a lot of places that do news supposedly with a right-leaning slant. But let's be honest, Fox News ain't what it used to be or what it professes to be, right? And then you've got, networks like OAN and Newsmax. And once it becomes clear that they're right-leaning, they're actually right-leaning, they lose their spot on most cable news projects or packages. So anyway,
our focus is to be a network about
like us.
Facts, the best version of the facts, as Carl Bernstein would say. Great journalism, and not just politics either. But when we do politics, we need to represent both
the question
sides.
is, by the
I
way,
think it's important for America.
So I think it's a very admirable goal for America.
But what? But BlackRock is going to eat your lunch. Are you kidding me? I think it's a great idea for America. But those jackals are going to tear you to pieces. This is what they all know. They think he's being naive, and maybe he is.
Question to me is a slightly different one, which is, does it rate? And maybe that's an unfair and terrible question to ask, but that underneath it is the business question.
Well, look, we got a great political season coming. This is a new CNN. We're focused on
great for who? For the country?
Well,
No, but see, look at your stupid smile. Great for who? Great for the country. You guys did this. You are the news media. The country is roiled. The country, we're divided. We hate each other. We're talking about like secession for the first time in 200 years. And you idiots did this. Was it 200 years? What's the Civil War? How long ago was that? 150 years? You're responsible for this. Like every single day you pump people full of acidic propaganda that just fills people with rage and hatred for each other. And you think it's funny. And you do it for money. You do it for ratings. That's precisely why you do it. And David Zaslav is just sitting here again. He's just calmly expressing in a very naive way, I guess. He's like, we have a higher calling than that. We have a higher calling than that, than, just preaching, the Democrat Party party line or the Republican Party line, whatever it is that they want us to say in order to gain ratings. We're supposed to be helping and benefiting the American people. Amazing.
in terms of the amount of news.
I know.
Some people don't like the choice. Some people don't like the choice.
Look, I'm very excited about my friend
can't believe
Gail
it.
doing the show.
King Charles.
King Charles, which I think is the greatest name
You
in
can't.
TV news history. So,
Well, I'm proud of CNN. We're on a great journey, and this country needs it. Journalism, facts, broad aperture.
but do you think that can be as profitable as what it used to be?
I believe in great brands. I believe in what Ted created. It inspired me to get in this business. And you build a great brand, and in the long time, you're going to have a lot more value. We get it right. We take it around the world. We will be
Man's a
stronger.
visionary.
Today, we have 150 million people a month that come to CNN.com.
Right.
You probably, if you check your phone on any
Right.
given day, that's us. So I think we got a nice foundation. We're focusing on getting it right.
Big rebrand coming up in June with Chris Licht, right? A lot happening.
Chris
'Cause you got
Licht,
some work to do.
who
'Cause
is
it's
Well, maybe in the name.
who David Zaslav brought over. Chris Licht is where did he come from again? He came from he was the former executive producer and showrunner for The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. All right, so there's going to be a little bit of static there, I imagine. But Chris Licht is going to be behind making CNN more of a news network. We'll see. I don't know if David Zaslav hired the right guy there.
I know, but I mean, things have not improved yet in terms of ratings.
Well, a lot of it has. I mean, I think people.
I'm talking about just raw ratings. It's
well, for us, the focus is let's get the message right, let's get the brand right, let's get the balance right, and the rest of it will come.
What do you think about Fox News?
That's what I was. That opens up opportunities, does it not?
Our focus is to do a great.
Oh, you're saying they are
to do what we do best. That's what.
No
we
longer was it an advocacy network? CNN.
Everybody's got to make a judgment on everything based on how they feel.
I can tell you it was an advocacy. Let me just tell you, yes, it would be the
From
answer
you,
there.
Joey. That's advocating your position on every issue.
David Zaslav just said you're a leftist. You just sit there. You just sat there and said that CNN was an advocacy network. For the left. Interesting.
Andrew, you going to watch Trump on CNN?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Everybody is. Everybody is going to watch Trump. You guys. You don't understand. He does town halls with like 60 to 100,000 people in the audience. Everybody is going to watch Trump. They don't want to watch you guys crying about Trump. They want to actually watch Trump, and maybe some people will like him. Maybe some people won't like him. But again, the idea is to actually be fair and honest and open and present both sides of the argument to the American people when we have a two-party, voting system here.
He has to be on.
He has to be.
We're happy that.
Yeah. Well, the last guy wouldn't have put him on, probably, even if he was the front runner.
I don't know about that.
No, I did. I don't know what.
Okay. It's a longer conversation. David Zaslav, we appreciate.
The guy's face is flushing as he's saying that. Like, I don't think the last guy, the guy that was here before you, Zaslav, would have put Trump on. And, everybody knows that. That's the problem. Do you understand? That is why CNN was fake news. That's why it was a clown show. And that's why David Zaslav is so very, very necessary. Now, I got to say, I'm excited about it. And I'm hoping that like this attitude bleeds over to what I care about, which is comic books. And this guy, he is the guy who is now, in control of DC Comics. He's in control of Warner Brothers. He's in control, obviously, of the DCEU. I think he's made some good moves by bringing James Gunn on board. Say what you want about James Gunn. He's consistently made good, likable superhero product. So hopefully James Gunn's Superman movie isn't going to be a horrific embarrassment. But I'm very excited about David Zaslav. What do you guys think of him? Let me know in the comments below. And as usual, please do go support Cyberfrog Dark Harvest, my Indiegogo campaign, and also on our eBay store. You'll find a link on our eBay, in the description below to our eBay store, where we have Salamandroid PVCs on sale right now. We have like dinged and dented. If you don't mind, you're just going to take them out of the box anyway. Why would you care that there's a little hole here? So whenever we find something that's damaged, we put it aside and we sell it at a discount. I think we've got a few of those up there on our eBay store now. Take advantage of that and get one. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Take care.